Friday night, now it's a bit harder, but used to I would go to see a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I love, unlike many of my colleagues, I'm considered to be very shallow. So I love all the shallow Hollywood movies, all the sci-fi thrillers, action, that sort of stuff. So that would be my Friday evening, and I used to do that a lot,
Yeah.
and then Saturday, Sunday is pretty kind of very chill, and things like that. It's not that, special or different from other people.
Pretty standard.
I guess.
Yeah. Have you seen anything? Because like you, I go to the movies all the time. Have you seen anything recently that you've really, really loved?
I have to say, not recently. I think the last one I saw I really loved was Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Because I still remember childhood. As you know, the whole series of Alien, but I still remember in my childhood, I went to see, when I was very, very young, I don't know why they allowed me to go in anyway. I went to see Aliens with my sister, my older sister, and still remember, in the middle of the movie, she grabbed hold of me. It really hurt because it was scary.
Yeah.
So, it goes way back. And I love that because I think how the director, it's really about story for me. I love shallow stuff because honestly, in my line of job, especially in my previous role, I had the privilege and opportunity, but at the same time, challenging to journey with people during their darkest time. So that was my day in, day out thing. And I had the privilege at the same time, I say it also, quite challenging to hear many horror stories about people's lives, what they have gone through. So during my off time, I just want my brain to just stop, and not thinking. And so that's why some friends of mine would say, "Oh God, it's so shallow." Yeah, that's me. But the reason why I loved certain movies because of the storytelling. And I think the Romulus one is a very good storytelling thing, almost revisiting many kind of themes in the early kind of movies, but at the same time creating some sort of twist.
Yeah.
I still remember it struck me when I saw the exit, of the alien sort of spilling out, but without gravity. It creating this that sort of floating effect and how the protagonist sort of escapes from that. It's just amazing.
Ticking clock with the gravity coming back in.
Yeah. I love that thing, So so that's the one that I really enjoyed. Of course, I went to see Dune Part 2. And, only in Melbourne, because Melbourne, I think, is the only IMAX cinema in the whole Australia.
The one in Sydney just opened up again recently for the first time in years.
I see. But that one, unfortunately, you don't have the max dimension. So June 2, when they shot the whole movie, they used a different IMAX, I forgot the
aspect ratio.
The aspect ratio is much larger than normal IMAX. So Sydney, no. You have to come to Melbourne. That's the only one. And I remember when I went to see the rejig of Star Wars by J.J. Abrams, right? And people were flying to Melbourne from Southeast Asia because that was the only, at that time, that was the only IMAX got the laser projection. So June 2, I remember when I bought the tickets, not just me, with friends, I had to select a particular kind of dimension. So they actually showed 2 dimensions. And I picked of course, the max. So I forgot, as I said, the number. That was quite impressive.
Yeah,
that was
I really
impressive.
That one too. Yeah. I recently, because I was so excited to see Romulus, went back and watched all the whole series again, because I've seen all of them a bunch of times. Yeah. But in particular, those first couple. And I don't know why I had I have always liked Aliens, but it kind of paled in comparison to the original for me. But going back and watching Aliens again for probably the 3rd or 4th time, it really just clicked for me. And I think I'm sure you remember when Newt, the kid, drops down through the wheel into the drainage system when they're running away from the alien, and there's that shot where she's creeping around in that kind of knee-deep water in the drain, holding the toy, and the alien comes out of the water behind her. It's just one of the coolest things I've ever seen on screen. It's so scary, but so exciting as well. I just think it's phenomenal. It's it's just such a perfect movie, and I loved Romulus as well.
Yeah.
Thought it was really cool.
Yeah.